All right, y'all. Yeah, it's your girl B coming back with another reaction to a Benny Johnson reaction. Yes, that's it. I am reacting to Benny Johnson's reaction. With that being said, y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in, kicking it with your girl. I want none of you little crybabies in the comment section. It's strange that you reacted to somebody else's reaction. Well, that's what the YouTube platform is all about. So let me play a little. Anyway, y'all, enough about that. Let's dive into the video. So it says Liz Cheney has public freakout as Trump calls for charges for January 6th crimes, 20 years in jail. Trump is like, up, you don't go past, go straight to jail. He is not playing, and neither is his team. So with that being said, y'all, we are going to dive into the video, and then we're going to chop it up towards the end. Let's get it.
A little up more to the right. Okay, more.
The entire neighborhood was turned on.
Hey.
Oh, you should see what
Hey.
it looks like from out here.
Close that door.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. I do like Christmas quite a lot. Especially like it since I have little kids. It's very magical. I'll tell you this. Christmas come early in the Johnson household because Liz Cheney may well be going to jail for 20 years. Okay, so we've covered this, and there have been some massive updates. So first off, friend of the show, Mike Davis, has said, lawyer up Liz Cheney, nobody is above the law, your daddy can't save you this time, responding to a report that the House has now referred Cheney for prosecution to the Justice Department. The incoming Trump Justice Department will not look kindly on Liz Cheney and liars in Congress. Witness tampering, just like we always knew she'd presented evidence of testimony where Cassie Hutchinson lied in her statements. This is worth 20 years in prison. I'll play you this report in just a moment. 20 years in prison, holy crap. Could it be? House GOP panel calls for Liz Cheney to be investigated for criminal witness tampering. Now, what is the background here? There's this mongoloid, dorky, super low IQ staffer named Cassie Hutchinson, who, at the very least, there's an enormous amount of evidence that Liz Cheney contacted her and effectively turned her into a star witness to vomit out discredited and fake stories about Donald Trump. Donald Trump wanting to hang Mike Pence, all these lies. There's like demonstrable lies. There's 7 demonstrable lies. And we have the records of Liz Cheney contacting this individual and manipulating them into giving testimony to the January 6th committee. And now they're referring her, because this is a crime, they're referring her to the Justice Department. Cheney and Cassie Hutchinson, first-term White House aide, and Donald Trump communicated via encrypted Signal app before her explosive and largely debunked public testimony in June 2022, according to documents previously released by the House Republicans. Citing those communications, the House Committee on Administration and Subcommittee Oversight on issue an interim report calling for the Justice Department to investigate Cheney and Trump as Trump prepares to retake the White House. Oh boy. Tough day for Liz. Evidence uncovered by the subcommittee reveals that the former Congresswoman Liz Cheney tampered with at least one witness, Cassie Hutchinson, secretly communicating with Hutchinson behind her attorney's back. Liz Cheney and Donald Trump both commenting on this. Very exciting time. Liz Cheney hits back. Calls criminal investigation a malicious and cowardly assault on the truth. Yeah, well, you have no more power. And your evil demon father has no more power. So what are you going to do? Pretty sick stuff, man. Liz Cheney, what does she say? I'm not going to read all this, so all this is just like slander of Donald Trump on January 6th. Chairman Loudermouth's interim report intentionally disregards the truth and the Select Committee's tremendous weight of evidence and instead fabricates lies and defamatory accusations and attempt to cover up what Donald Trump did. No reputable lawyer, legislator, or...
I'm just really not understanding how they set this entire thing up and then blamed it all on him, when to my understanding, he was the one to say, hey, y'all gonna need way more people, out there, you know what I'm saying? And he also said peaceful. And yet the finger still went on him. Make that make sense. And y'all trying to stick this as glue to this man. And y'all didn't think that this was not going to bounce back on y'all. And then the fact that y'all trying to pass this bill and y'all got till Friday to shut down and all this other type of stuff to try to cover up all of this mess once again is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I hope it backfires once the hell again.
Judge would take it seriously. See, these tactics won't work anymore, Liz. Here's what Trump has to say. Trump says Liz Cheney could be in a lot of trouble. Oh, boy. Trump fans threat of FBI investigation into former GOP rep over January 6th. Liz Cheney could be in a lot of trouble based on the evidence obtained by the subcommittee, which states numerous federal laws were likely broken. Liz Cheney and the violations should be investigated by the FBI. Thanks to Congressman Barry Loudermilk. Well done, Donald Trump says. Ooh, baby. So here's the post, and getting a lot of love over here on Truth Social. And, of course, this is all over my timeline.
Get your Truth Social.
Today, on Blue Sky, Liz Cheney is over here putting her statement out. Again, it ain't going to fly, lady. Hope you have a great lawyer. Hope you have good lawyers. The House Oversight Administration is referring Liz Cheney for criminal investigation due to her partisan committee activities and breaking the law. Here are the major findings from inside of the report, and I encourage you to go read the House report. Here we go. Finding number 1, Trump did not attack Secret Service detail at any time. Finding 2, there was no pre-planned, off-the-record move to the Capitol in the days leading up to January 6th. There was no evidence that President Trump agreed with rioters chanting "Hang Mike Pence." Cassie Hutchinson falsely claimed to have drafted handwritten notes for Trump on January 6th. President Trump did not have any intelligence indicating violence the morning of January 6th. Cassie Hutchinson lied about the classification of documents, and Representative Cheney and Cassie Hutchinson attempted to disbar Hutchinson's freaking lawyer. Cassie Hutchinson misrepresented President Trump's actions in Lafayette Square in the summer of 2020. So, absolute known liars and frauds, these people.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be a very interesting time, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
We'll see what happens. I definitely want, you have the receipts here, right? You have the receipts of the messages of everyone. Here's the receipts of Cassie Hutchinson and Liz Cheney calling each other back and forth, sharing each other's private information. Liz Cheney clearly witness tampered. And the View host, Alyssa Farah, is a go-between. Played a huge role here. So this is very, very interesting. Liz Cheney freaking covering her tracks and doing her very best, I think, to try and destroy Donald Trump's political career. But it turns out in the end, it was her political career that was destroyed.
Dang, they're all of them now.
It's all becomes very clear when you go back and actually watch the tape, right, of what was happening. And when you ask tough questions about it, you get tough answers. So here, ladies and gentlemen, is Tim Burchess and Laura Trump on our program answering directly, should Liz Cheney go to jail? Go. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that mess. It's something that you just mentioned. January 6th report out today. In fact, breaking at time of show. House Republicans exposed January 6th committee's lies, cover-ups, and scandals in new report that was just released. I want to punch on down here to the data that was deleted and also the Cheney cover-up, where the report conclusively states that Liz Cheney worked with one of the key witnesses, somebody that you might have known from the White House, Cassie Hutchinson. She's an ex-aide to White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, and Liz Cheney flipped this witness, rewrote her testimony, according to the January 6th report here, and then did so without the advice or consent of a lawyer present. So Liz Cheney kicked out the attorney, and then Cassie Hutchinson completely changes the story into Orange Hulk, my favorite story of all time. Which I would watch. I would watch the freaking movie, Laura. I'd watch it. Where's the ticket? If Marvel made it, I'd buy it. I'd buy the ticket. Give me the ticket. If you made Orange Hulk and it was Trump that could smash through the windows, the bulletproof windows.
Yeah, the bulletproof glass.
You're right. That's
right through it.
And Trump,
right through it. No brass knuckles needed. Just bare-fisted.
That's right.
Right through it, grabbing a hold of the steering wheel, turning it, even though the Secret Service agents with machine guns are sitting in front. Yeah, that story. Oh yeah. I'd buy a ticket to that one too. Let me know whenever it's going to run. I'll
Orange
go
Hulk.
with you.
They're bringing Red Hulk back. We have Red Hulk, we have Green Hulk, now we get Orange Hulk, and I'll buy the ticket if you make it about Donald Trump. Anyway, that's the story that she concocted with Liz Cheney. In this report now, please scroll down to one more paragraph here. This report now confirms. Continue, client, please. Confirmed a Cheney cover-up. There it is. Okay. This report, scroll up. This report, Cheney cover-up. Scroll down. There you go. Cheney cover up. There it is. So this report, I want everyone to read it. It's on the Federalist right now. We're looking at the Federalist. This now conclusively states, Barry Loudermilk's like, Cheney freaking did it. Okay? She did it. She broke the law while doing it. Then they deleted all the evidence of her doing it. And this is plainly criminal. What do you think should happen to Liz Cheney?
Wait, Benny, you mean that the January 6th thing wasn't real? You mean that I've been concerned about Donald Trump as a threat to democracy ever since. This thing from the very beginning has been a hot bunch of garbage. The idea that they have tried to force this down the throats of the American people since January of 2021, they thought this was the ticket. Look, they were desperate for anything to happen to make sure that Donald Trump never got back in the White House. The moment they have been dreading, again, we're 35 days away from that moment right now. I can't wait for it. The country can't wait for it. The world, quite frankly, can't wait for it. But they said, you know what we'll do? We will take this thing and we will blow it up out of proportion. We'll ruin people's lives. We'll throw people in jail, regardless of whether or not they did anything. We'll put people on no-fly lists. We will make people admit to things they didn't do because we're the government and we can threaten you and we're the Department of Justice and you should be afraid of us. Everything that has happened with this January 6th nonsense, anyone who did anything illegal ought to be held accountable. And I'm not a legal expert or a legal scholar, but I do know that when you break the law, that means you go to jail and you serve time. What they have perpetrated on the American people by way of this January 6th hoax is absolutely terrible. And it is a stain on our country's history. These people ought to be ashamed of themselves. I know they aren't. So we'll go ahead and shame them. We'll go ahead and make sure they never forget that history recalls every single day from now till forever what these people did and the way they personally and single-handedly tried to destroy this country. Thank goodness God is good and he always shows us, he shines the light in the dark places. This is just the beginning, Benny. If you think this is good, wait till Donald Trump gets in there. Wait till Kash Patel gets in there. Wait till Tulsi Gabbard gets in there. Wait till these people start shining a light in all the dark places that the Democrats and the establishment never wanted us to go. This is another reason people were desperate to have Donald Trump back in the White House.
Boom, shakalaka. Like you're speaking from obviously passionately because you have been a victim of this. Congressman, I did have one final thing to ask you about. It's Liz Cheney. We started the show talking about Liz Cheney and the referral to the Justice Department for potential criminal allegations of witness tampering and so forth. Obviously, destruction of evidence. And since you brought it up, let's jump in there. Should Liz Cheney be criminally prosecuted? Is Liz Cheney going to be put under oath? Are Republicans going to get serious about going after those who perpetrated one of the greatest crimes and psyops on the American people and innocent Americans in our movement?
I say we'll kick the can down the road, but if she broke the law, dadgum, she ought to go to jail. If she tampered with witnesses, if she manipulated folks, if she in fact talked to a witness prior to the on a secured type of device to be able to hamper anything in the future, you're dadgum right. You're dadgum right.
You're dadgum right.
They're making it gospel, this investigation of Matt Gaetz. And the Justice Department they threw it out. They said the witnesses, they weren't valid. And yet we're saying that's the gospel. And now the left's raising Cain that we even question the fact that we want to question Liz Cheney on something that was the most politicized garbage. Look, I was the very last member of Congress to leave the House floor.
Wow.
Mark Wayne Mueller went out and I followed him. And I volunteered to them. I would love to come speak about what I saw. And I realized they didn't want to talk about what happened. They wanted to talk about the politics of it involvement. They didn't allow the former speakers choices. They didn't want Jim Jordan on there. They didn't want others, but they had to pick theirs, which is not the rules of 200 plus years of Congress. And it just went down that pike, and that's what they did. And the final version of America is tired of that. They don't want to hear any more from those idiots. The final version, I think more people were watching a rerun on the Cartoon Network of SpongeBob SquarePants and watch that miserable clown show.
We have the texts right here. I mean, you say if there's evidence, there's evidence. Will Liz Cheney This is Liz Cheney
Excuse me.
her communications with Cassidy Hutchinson behind Cassidy Hutchinson's lawyer's back. In fact, Cassidy Hutchinson sent screenshots of her privileged communications with her lawyer. And this is Liz Cheney, obviously, with I'm not. This is inside of the report. These are completely authenticated and released by Barry Loudermilk.
Yeah.
I mean, should Liz Cheney be called in and put under oath in front of Congress and have to defend this?
Barry Loudermilk tells me it's going to snow in the middle of August. I'm headed down to Mayo's in Knoxville buying a new sled. Barry Loudermilk's a good dude. He's solid, and he's not much of a first baseman, I don't think, but on the baseball team. But that's for another discussion. No, he's actually better than I am. Everybody's better than I am. That's how I went to third string. He hurt his hamstring and had to leave the team, so I got to go ahead. I moved up from fourth to third string.
But Congressman, will Liz Cheney be called in to testify about this?
I'd say it's about a 50-50 shot.
Right.
She better. The
way they moving out here.
Again, I hate to be the doggy downer on the Benny show today, brother, but I've lost a lot of faith in this institution and our party.
Well, we are in a season of restoring faith, Congressman.
Yep. Trump coming for him. He coming for him. Because at this point, but like he said, 50-50. Because the way they trying to throw this out there, throw that out there, cover this track, cover that. Like who knows? Y'all really think she gonna go up and testify to some BS she had a part of? Y'all see what's going on already. Don't take a rocket scientist to see this mess. We're witnessing them right now trying to clean up and cover up and all this type of mess. We see it. We're seeing it. We're seeing this stuff be done, y'all, right in front of our face. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, because what you do in the dark will definitely come to light. And you think you could get away with it now, but it'll definitely hit you in the butt later because you already sowed the bad seeds. And I always say that they got to come up one way or another. It is what it is. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's your girl, B, with a Benny reaction. Okay? And until the next Benny reaction. Now, but on a real tip, y'all, it is really, I like, okay, because when I was out for 9 months, off of YouTube or whatever, Benny became like one of my favorites. I watch him every day. And the reason why, you know what I'm saying, is because he has detailed information. And that goes a lot with some other content creators that I actually like watching too. And not only that, if you have people like myself who are brand new to learning and researching and things like that, this is the type of information that they are looking for. Okay, so I share that's what it's all about. You have people every day sharing each other's content and reacting to it. That is what the platform is all about, is finding content straight off of YouTube because it's there, and to give your opinion. Not only that, but for you to actually learn as well. That's it. We got to get it out there one way or another. Okay? So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all to my day ones. I know exactly who you guys are. I love y'all. All my new subscribers, I love y'all. We's family now. And to all my haters, all I'm going to say is this. And then I'm going to say that. And then I'm going to turn it around and bring you this. Okay, so we got all these, right? Well, my haters, because y'all big mad. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to get, hang on, this, all right? And if I could get my other sign, I would. But unfortunately, my hands are full right now, okay? Kiss it. That's all I'm going to tell y'all to do is kiss it. I'm out.